So after pressing it, that's what it looks like. Okay, so I have pressed my seam allowance right here on the vent that is supposed to be underlaying, and I'm gonna sew that down first. I'm making sure I don't have a peeking edge. Okay, so I've basically secured one side down. Then I have these sides as well, right? So what you can do for these is you can either have your edges serged depending on how you're finishing your garments, right? You can have them serged, you can have them with your Hong Kong seams, you can do your binding technique. Depends, God knows, there's so many ways, right? For these ones, we are actually going to be doing a technique called, again, invisible hem. So I will be showing you how we do that after these samples are done. But there is a technique where you can actually sew this seam down just by flipping it over. So this is where you want to see it very carefully. So all I've done is same piece, I have put my right sides together. Okay, I have a line to follow. I can go over it. Because I want my corners to look clean and finished. So nothing complicated, just flips in, right? And it gives you that clean edge. Okay? So now you have more of a finished edge right here. You have a finished edge right here that goes on top. Okay, so also I want to show you guys how you can actually clip in here to remove that excess fabric and the bulkiness. So because this is all hidden inside, I don't need all that fabric, right? It's of pretty much no use to me. So you can again do that cutting technique where I'm still staying away from my seam enough. And you can cut your corner too in that V-shaped clip. So I'm just gonna check and do that. And now see how clean that corner is coming out. Compared to how I could not even fold it earlier, right? And you don't see any raw edges, anything, right? Once that is done, your hem can be done later on. You want to create a nice mark where you can hold these pieces on one side so they don't move on you, okay? So that is a secure seam we're gonna do at an angle like that. You want to stay close to your V shape where you have that V angle inside. And from this point of your dark points or your punch hole point, you can come down, and again, if needed, you can draw a line, and I would recommend to draw a line here, just about 1/4 away from your actual vent here, okay? I'll get a chalk and a ruler.
Got a ruler and a pen.
That works.
I also have every French seam ever.
Okay, unlike your fancy pens these days.
And another purple pen.
All right.
Pink pen is somewhere in here, I don't know.
So I'm not going too far. I'm just going to the point where I can hold these two pieces together. It doesn't have to go all the way, just enough that the stitch just holds everything down. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm keeping everything where it's supposed to go. I'm gonna flatten it out, and I am just making sure everything is in place, and I start with my top stitch, following the line. Now I have used a pen so you guys can see it clearly. However, don't use a pen on your actual garment. Use a chalk or your fabric marker.
Actually, that pen disappears when you iron it.
Amazing. Okay, so there you have your French vent, and it's secured. It's not gonna go anywhere anymore, right? You have your beautiful corner, which is treated very nicely. You don't see any seams here. You don't see any bulkiness. You have this part treated. Now for coming to this part, that's where I'm gonna show you how to do invisible hemming, okay? Everybody good with this?